The little clouds fluffy voyage in a big, blue sky above a green meadow. There lived a tiny cloud named Floof. Floof was soft and white, with a puffy shape that shimmered in the sunlight, and she loved drifting over fields, watching bunnies hop and flowers sway below. But Floof had a big dream. She wanted to float far and wide to find new friends and share her fluffiness. One sunny afternoon, a playful breeze named Zephyr zipped by and said, "Hello, Floof. Why do you puff so happily today?" Floof wiggled and replied, "I want to travel the sky and make friends." Zephyr swirled and said, "I'll carry you. Let's go." Floof's fluff sparkled as Zephyr pushed her to a shady forest where a little sparrow named Tweet perched on a branch, and Tweet chirped, "Hi, Cloud. Why are you here?" Floof puffed, "I'm floating to find friends. Want to come?" Tweet flapped her wings, saying, "I'm shy in big skies," but Floof twinkled, "Fly in my fluff. You're safe," and Tweet soared beside her. Zephyr carried them to a sparkly stream where a tiny frog named Splash hopped on a lily pad, and Splash croaked, "Hello, Floof. What's that fluffy thing?" Floof spun, "It's me. I'm finding friends. Join us." Splash blinked, saying, "I'm scared to hop far," but Floof smiled, "Bounce under my shade. I'll guide you," and Splash hopped along. Next, Zephyr blew them to a sunny meadow where a small ladybug named Dot crawled on a daisy, and Dot buzzed, "Hi, Floof. Why are you drifting?" Floof swayed, "I'm on a quest for friends. Come with us." Dot tilted her shell, saying, "I'm slow and small," but Floof winked, "Ride on my fluff. You're perfect," and Dot climbed aboard. Zephyr whisked them to a grassy hill where a baby bunny named Hoppy nibbled clover, and Hoppy said, "Hello, Floof. What's that puffy cloud?" Floof puffed gently, "It's me. I'm making friends. Want to hop?" Hoppy hid her ears, saying, "I'm nervous in open fields," but Floof nodded, "Hop in my shadow. We're a team," and Hoppy bounced beside Floof, Tweet, Splash, and Dot. Floof felt braver and said, "I want to float for everyone." Zephyr whispered, "Drift high and glow." Floof soared up, her fluffy shape casting soft shadows and sparkles across the meadow, and Tweet, Splash, Dot, and Hoppy clapped, cheering, "Your fluff is beautiful." Children flying kites in the meadow saw Floof's puff and gasped, and a boy named Finn pointed, shouting, "Look, a cloud with friends." The children asked, "Who's floating?" And Floof drifted down, saying, "I'm Floof. I'm puffing for friends. Want to see?" The children nodded, asking, "Can we run with you?" Floof twinkled, "Yes. Chase my fluff." Finn and his friends ran, giggling as Tweet flew, Splash hopped, Dot rode, and Hoppy bounced, and Finn said, "You're so brave, Floof." Floof's puff glowed as the sky turned pink with sunset, and Zephyr said, "Floof, it's time to rest." Floof looked at the forest, stream, meadow, hill, and sky, saying, "I floated so far and made so many friends." Zephyr hugged her softly, saying, "You're a tiny star." Floof turned to her friends, asking, "Will you visit my fluff?" And Tweet, Splash, Dot, and Hoppy nodded, cheering, "Yes." Finn waved, saying, "We'll find you, Floof." Zephyr guided Floof back to her spot above the meadow, and her friends followed to say goodbye. Floof settled gently, feeling proud, saying, "I puffed through the sky." Tweet chirped, "You made us brave." Splash croaked, "And happy." Dot buzzed, "And fast." Hoppy hopped, "And safe." Floof's heart felt full as she said, "You're all my fluff." That night, Floof rested, dreaming of breezes, and the next day, Tweet, Splash, Dot, Hoppy, and the children visited, playing under her shade. The meadow sparkled with laughter, and Floof's white puff shone, knowing our fluffy voyage had made everyone smile.